Ānāpānasati Sutta MN118. Mindfulness of Breathing Explained. Today we'll explore one of the Buddha's most profound and practical meditation teachings, MN118, the Ānāpānasati Sutta, Mindfulness of Breathing. In this discourse, the Buddha presents mindfulness of breathing not as a simple relaxation technique, but as a complete and self-sufficient path to awakening. Through the breath alone, one can fulfill the four foundations of mindfulness, develop the seven factors of enlightenment, and ultimately realize liberation by wisdom. What makes this sutta remarkable is how it seamlessly unites calm, or samatha, and insight, or vipassana, using just one meditation object, the natural breath. 1. Context and purpose of the sutta. The Anapanasati Sutta was taught at Savatthi during a full moon observance to a large and well-trained assembly of monks. The Buddha begins by praising the monks for their practice, and then makes a powerful declaration: mindfulness of breathing, when developed and cultivated, is of great fruit and great benefit. He then outlines a clear progression. First, mindfulness of breathing fulfills the four foundations of mindfulness. Second, the four foundations of mindfulness fulfill the seven factors of enlightenment. And third, the seven factors of enlightenment lead to true knowledge and liberation. So from the very beginning, the Buddha makes it clear, Anapanasati is not a preliminary exercise. It is a complete path to awakening. 2. The structure of Anapanasati. The practice is laid out in 16 steps, grouped into 4 sets of 4 known as tetrads. Each tetrad corresponds exactly to one of the 4 foundations of mindfulness. The first tetrad focuses on the body, the second on feelings, the third on the mind, and the fourth on dhammas, or phenomena. In this way, MN118 shows us how a single meditation object, the breath, can encompass the entire field of mindfulness practice. 3. First tetrad, contemplation of the body. The first 4 steps establish embodied mindfulness through breathing. First, the meditator knows when the breath is long and knows when the breath is short. There is no attempt to control the breath, only clear knowing. As mindfulness becomes continuous, awareness naturally deepens. Next, the meditator trains to experience the whole breath body while breathing. Finally, the meditator calms the bodily formation, which the Buddha identifies as the breath itself. Breathing becomes gentle, refined, and tranquil. At this stage, the body settles, distractions fade, and samadhi begins to form naturally. 4. Second tetrad, contemplation of feelings. As the body calms, the Buddha turns our attention to Vedanana, the feeling tone of experience. First, painti, or rapture, arises. This is a sense of joy or uplift that comes naturally from sustained mindfulness. Then sukha, or pleasure, appears, a quieter, more stable happiness. Next, the meditator becomes aware of mental formations, especially feeling and perception, seeing them as conditioned processes rather than me or mine. Finally, these mental activities are calmed and balanced. Here, pleasant feelings are known clearly, without clinging, fulfilling mindfulness of feelings as taught in the Satipatthana Sutta. 5. Third tetrad, contemplation of mind. The third tetrad turns directly toward the mind itself. The meditator learns to know the mind as it is, whether it is concentrated or distracted, expansive or contracted. When the mind becomes dull or discouraged, it is skillfully gladdened, often through confidence, joy, or recollection of the Dhamma. Then the mind is collected and unified, developing strong concentration, including access concentration or jhana. As the hindrances fall away, the meditator experiences a temporary liberation of mind, a freedom that anticipates deeper release through wisdom. 6. Fourth tetrad, contemplation of dhammas. The final tetrad introduces insight practice explicitly. First, the meditator contemplates impermanence, seeing that all experiences, breath, feelings, and states of mind arise and pass away. With this clear seeing, dispassion, or fading away, naturally develops. Then comes contemplation of cessation, the ending of phenomena. Finally, the practice culminates in letting go, relinquishment, non-clinging, and freedom. Here, insight matures fully, grounded in calm and clarity. 7. Fulfillment of the path. The Buddha concludes by showing how this practice fulfills the entire path. Through Anapanasati, the four foundations of mindfulness are fulfilled, which give rise to the 7 factors of enlightenment: mindfulness, investigation, energy, rapture, tranquility, concentration, and equanimity. And these lead directly to true knowledge and liberation. Thus, mindfulness of breathing is both the method and the destination, both calm and insight, both practice and realization. 8. Closing reflection. The key message of Ānāpānasati Sutta is simple yet profound. Anapanasati is a complete meditation system. It unifies body, feelings, mind, and phenomena. It integrates samatha and vipassana naturally. And liberation arises not through altered states, but through non-clinging. As the Buddha declared, mindfulness of breathing, when fully developed, leads directly to awakening. Thank you for listening.